welcome back to another episode of World Bigfoot Radio.
So there you go. Now, who would win in a fight, though? Bruce Lee or Bigfoot? I think that's the question.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about who would win that, because Bruce is super fast, but he ain't strong enough to do any damage to Bigfoot, and Bigfoot will just rip out a 3-ton tree and flatten him with it, and that would be kind of the end of the fight. So
I got to show you this.
Oh, nice.
My boy right here. My boy.
Is that a chainsaw carve, or did somebody do it with a chisel?
It's a chisel, and well, there he is.
Nice.
Man,
You got a little happy squatchlet there with you, keeping you company in the studio.
it's totally cool, redwood, and but he's my boy, and he comes up and goes, "Hey, Jimmy." I said, "What's up, man? You want to see a Bigfoot print?" I'm like, "Oh man, no."
You kids are manufacturing fake evidence. Quit messing with me.
No. It's a Bigfoot print. And it goes like this, right? It's this big. I said, "Listen, how far do I have to walk?" God, exactly what came out of my mouth. And he's like, "It's right over there." And I'm like, "Man, I really what?" And I look out to where he points into this field, and the other three boys are out in the middle of this field, and they're all looking at me. Stuck, right? I said, all right. Let me go see this Bigfoot print. Just being a dick. I was zenning out, right? And so anyway, so we go across this field, and I'll tell you, I'll make a deal with everybody here. I will send Duke pictures of what I'm about to tell you, and Duke, you can insert them into.
I will put them right in here so they can take a look.
All right, and there's video of all of this too as well in a documentary. We had a documentary film crew there. That was the other cool thing. Okay, so this is what happens. So we walk across this field, and I step up, and the three kids, it's Phoenix, Jax, Fader 1, and Fader 2, right? These four boys. And I step up, and I look down, and I kind of lose my shit. Excuse me. But I look down, and there is a footprint in the grass, in through the mud in this grass, and it's, I don't know, 20
17, 18, 20. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Oh, and I'm looking, you can see the arch, you can see the toes and the heel, and I'm like, what the? No. And I'm 200 pounds, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm standing there, and I just kind of move my feet a little bit, and I'm looking at my feet. I'm not even denting the ground, right? Yeah. But I'm clearly looking at this footprint. So I take my finger, and I stick it down into the hole. My finger goes in this far. Right? Oh, I've got plenty of pictures and video of this, but this is the first moment, and I freak. And I get on my phone. I go, "Dude, get the film crew. Get over here. Where are you at?" I said, "Where are you at?" Okay. And it's 200 yards away, but I'm like, "Over here. What's going on?" "Dude, we got a Bigfoot print in the middle of the field." "What?" "Just get over here." And the next thing you know, we've got a pretty good crowd of people, and we're all looking. And I said, "You know what? Everybody back up. There might be more footprints." And it's tall grass. So we kind of back everybody up. Then I take out a dollar bill, right? And I lay it down next to this, and we're taking pictures, and now the video crew's there, and we're shooting. We shoot the four boys, and they're telling us how they found it and stuff. We're measuring it, and I'm sticking my finger in, and we're kind of always like, wait a minute. There might be more footprints. Okay, so this is going this way. What's over here? And we back up and we find one behind it. And so this one was a right footprint. And obviously, right, the toes.
Yeah.
And left is behind it, about 6 feet, long distance. Then we find another one in front, 6 feet, and it was kind of curved. And then we found a fourth one. So there was four. 1, 2, 3, 4 in an arch. And they arched off. Now, the last footprint, and this is what was weird, clearly defined, but the last footprint was only in the ground, like maybe a half inch. You could see the grass and how it was imprinted in there, but the first one that we saw that thing was deep. The second one, a little less deep, and then the third one, which is the fourth one, was there, but not as impacted, and it curved off. And the one in the front was a little bit less than the main one, which was big and deep. But left, right in an arch. And the four prints were probably 20, 25 feet, between the first and the last one. The Dyatlov Pass incident. If I'm going to bring up a case of Bigfoot and UFOs, I'm going to somebody says, well, man, give me an example. Dyatlov Pass. That happened. And that case, and for those of you that have not heard of it or heard of it, just go and look it up. Okay, it's in Russia and in the Ural Mountains, and Dyatlov Pass. There was a group of
9 hikers. Dyatlov was the main leader, and they all got killed under mysterious circumstances and were found a few days after it happened. Now, their latest cover-up investigation that they did, they're claiming it was an avalanche, which is ridiculous. Doesn't match any of the details. The other thing that you're bringing up is that one of the pictures, first of all, there was a log entry saying, well, we now know the abominable snowman's real. We've seen one, okay? Yes. We know the snowman's real. And the other thing is they had a picture of something that supposedly was a snowman standing next to a tree. That's not a snowman. It's one of the members of their own party. It's clearly a human. That is not a snowman. Now, interestingly, there's a bunch of these other pictures that they took during this trip that are not commonly shown. And one of my Bigfoot researcher friends from up in Canada, who's really into this sort of stuff and was very curious, went and looked through those other pictures. And there's one where one of the female members of the party is standing out in a clearing. Somebody's taking a picture of her, and behind her, there's a wood line with a big hill. And there's a big boulder there, and there's trees and stuff. And sure enough, behind that boulder, there's an actual Bigfoot watching them. So there was one there. The picture they got that they're presenting is, well, here's a Bigfoot. That isn't. But if you go look at what the other pictures, and you can go check this out on Blaine Tyler's channel, because he found the picture and zoomed in on it. And clearly, there's a Bigfoot sitting there watching them. So is that what killed them? I'm not at all convinced. I think it was UFO related. And if you're going through a wilderness area that the Sasquatch live in, they're following you the whole time. They had a sentinel following them.
Well, and you've got to, when you look at everything else around Dyatlov Pass, all the other anecdotal evidence. Number one, UFO sightings for like 3 nights in a row.
Right.
Over this. There's that. By the military. This wasn't like, no, we're talking about crazy stuff being seen in the sky, number one.
But Jimmy, backing him up, the local Mansi tribe also saw those lights over the mountain from their nearby area too. And they're the ones that call that area in their native language, don't go here.
Don't go here.
These guys were camping on the mountain of death. Like no clues at all. You shouldn't be there, huh, guys?
Yeah.